Obviously, 13,000 fans expected tomorrow night here at the Coliseum to see you guys play IU. What's the anticipation like for you, for this team, leading into what many would consider the biggest sporting event in IPFW history?
Well, I'm excited for our city as well. I mean, our city, our program, our athletic department, our university. It's a great exposure for who we've become. And I'm very grateful for Coach Cream for bringing his team up here. Although when we scheduled it, I didn't know they'd be ranked in the top 5 in the country. So he's done his part to bring a competitive team into our home court. I think it's going to be a great environment. Obviously, this is a historied venue with having NBA All-Star games, NBA Finals played here. It's exciting to have a big-time basketball environment in Fort Wayne and at our home court.
What can you take away from last year's experience playing this IU team down in Bloomington? Obviously, personnel have changed, but Mo had a big game. BC had a couple buckets early. You guys really played well in spurts. What do you what do you carry over from that game?
Well, it's hard to simulate the pace that they play with, and we play fast. And I'm telling you, they are just ultra explosive in their transition game. It's hard for us to mimic the way they attack the offensive glass as well. Two things that we really have to be good at tomorrow to be competitive.
As a coach, what are the emotions going up to this game? Is it anxious, nervous, excited, like a little bit of everything, just the anticipation leading up to what can be a really big opportunity for IPFW?
Well, I mean, I agree with all of that. There's obviously anxiety that goes into every time your team takes the floor, and I'm anxious to. We've been talking about the game for a year. Let's play the game, and our guys are they're getting better every game. I mean, we have 7 newcomers. Not all 7 are on the floor. Or playing. Some are redshirting, but those 7 newcomers are still learning, and that's what that affects sort of the pace of your practice. I mean, how the team is evolving. I'd love to be further along at this stage, but I was really pleased with our last outing. I thought we took a huge step forward in terms of our unselfish play on the offensive end and supporting each other on the defensive end. So I'm looking forward to suiting up again. A great opportunity for our guys to get better tomorrow. We're challenging ourselves, I mean, as much as any mid-major team in the country with Arkansas, Illinois State, Indiana in basically, I guess it's a 7-8 day stretch. So what that does for us is it creates a situation that's obviously an opportunity to compete against the best, but also an opportunity to see where we are, to expose some holes that we need to get better at, some areas we need to improve on so that we can be good when we get into our Summit League.
What's the vibe you're getting from these guys? Because obviously they're excited to, play on BTN, have all eyes not only in the state of Indiana but beyond on them tomorrow night at 9 o'clock.
They're excited about the game. And our guys, they walk into every game thinking they're going to win the game, and I expect this to be no different. I mean, we've built that in our culture. They're competitive guys, no matter what the challenge. They're expecting to go in there and compete. And what I've tried to focus in on is I'm more of a process guy. I'm about winning every play. Like let's attack each play individually. Let's go next play mentality. Let's get better today than we were yesterday. And that's how we've been able to have success. I mean, we don't talk a lot about winning, and we didn't do it when we won 24 games last year. It's all about get better today than we were yesterday, and let's focus on the details that go into each individual possession, and then the rest will figure itself out.
Specifically for this game, what are you really zeroed in as to get better for this particular?
Well, we defensive, transition defense is critical to this game to be able to make them play versus a set defense. Secondly, you got to be able to sit in the gaps. You can't defend if we try and defend them one-on-one. We're not going to do a very good job there. We got to defend the ball with 5, and so jumping to the ball, moving, and we talk about being on a pulley with your partners. I mean, that's going to be critical to this group. And then finally, finishing plays. I mean, I don't care how the rebound happens, but we got to come up with it. It's got to be a gang rebound effort. I mean, if you watch the Golden State Warriors, rarely do they get a clean rebound. Usually when they go undersized, it's tipped, and then they secure a rebound. That's sort of our mentality tomorrow. I mean, we got to figure out a way to get stops and not allow second possessions.
We're in your secondary barn this one tomorrow night, and yet probably most of the people are going to be wearing red. How do the guys react to that kind of stuff?
Well, I mean, we'll see. We'll see how that is. But I mean, we anticipate that, and honestly, I'm excited for that. You know, for me, it's not about. I mean, we play on the road all the time in front of big crowds, but this situation is unique in the fact that there's going to be, of those 12,000 people, a number of people that have never seen us play before. And I think they're going to be impressed by our style of play, the quality of play, and it's fun. If their first team, their first love is IU basketball, I mean, there's so much history there. I respect that. They should be. They've earned it through years and years of being good at basketball. But I think we're going to open some eyes to the level of basketball here in Fort Wayne, in your backyard, and a place where, you know, it's a front row seat to see the Mastodons, good Division I basketball, and, you know, mid-major basketball that's been at, you know, at the top, mid-major top 25 for the last 3-4 years. And I think we'll gain some fans out of it, that we may be their hometown team. We want to be Fort Wayne's team.
When you look at James Blackman Jr., he's been playing like an All-American this season. What specifically do you do to combat what he brings to the basketball court?
You know, I mean, he's a really, really good player. You know, I think on one end of it, we got to get him in foul trouble. We got to go attack him. We did that last year, and that's going to be critical to having success, because honestly, other than putting him in crowds and then crossing your fingers, there's not a lot you can do with him right now. He's playing at such a high level, but you're going to have to defend him with your entire team. You know, just going one-on-one, if you're not in your gaps with him, if you know, because you have to put so much pressure on the ball with him, because he's just going to rise up and shoot over the top of you. But hey, I got to give him credit. He's had a great year this season, and I wish him the best. He plays with our guys all summer long. He and Bryson are really close, just having been teammates with the Speed Indy Heat, and also, you know, they played against each other since they were probably in 4th grade. So, you know, I think there'll be a little bit of rivalry there. We may get a few matchups there during the game, but you know, I wish him the best this season, other than tomorrow night.
Are you ready to play and just forget about all the talk and the anticipation? Just ready to get out there.
Hey, you know, honestly, with our program, anytime people are willing to listen to us and get excited about us, I'm anxious. You know, I'm excited about that. I mean, I want people to see the level of basketball that's in their backyard, you know, and see that, you know, their kids can. I mean, you look out tonight, we're going to have 4 or 5 ball boys sitting right on their bench. Sometimes at home games, we'll have 7, 8, 9, 10 of them. And, you know, it's a great family atmosphere. Be around our program. I believe it's great mid-major basketball. I think we can compete with anybody on any given day. And so I'm anxious for the opportunity to just keep selling our program to our community.
Anything else you'd like to add, Coach?
No, fired up. If you're not here tomorrow, watch it on TV. And we got opportunities coming up this next Saturday for more home games. Just want to keep building our fan base one person at a time. And appreciate all your coverage.
Thank you very much.